never fit in, never could win.
This isn't the life you wanted.
Though I tried and tried,
It'll be better for you.
this feeling don't end.
I promise.
Swear
I fell in love with country music when I was a little girl.
When are you gonna let me hear you play?
round home,
If you're too scared to perform them songs,
I'll run away
ain't gonna do no good.
with nowhere to go.
I received another letter.
And I'll sing to the light of day. No, I won't go quietly into the night. And I'll sing to the light of day.
Oh, nice. Look at you.
Hi, Diana. How are you?
I love that. I'm good. I'm really good now.
Oh, you gave me a chance to wear my country shirt. My music.
I know you got the country shirt. You got Eva behind you. It's like awesome.
It's not often I get to wear this shirt with something music related, you know?
Yes.
Well, thank you for joining me today to talk about Yellow Rose. I just adore this movie. Such soul, such passion, plus an important message. It's one of my favorite movies of the year. So I'm just going to praise you.
Thank you.
I just love this movie.
Thank you so much.
With the character of Rose, why does country music speak to her?
I think it's the same reason. I mean, I had a few country albums. I can't say I was a big country fan, but when a good country song plays, like Crazy, which we feature in the film, it just speaks to you in a way that almost no other type of music does. And I think it's just one of the most soulful storytelling type of music that is underappreciated. But for her, I think her character, it speaks to her as an individual, but also I think she also is desperate to belong. And she happens to be a girl growing up in Texas, and that is a thing she loves. And so in many ways, it was a metaphor of her wanting to belong and wanting to be an American.
And also country music is so uniquely American. It really
Absolutely.
it blends well with the immigration story too. People who want
It
to
does.
assimilate to be an American. I mean, truly unique and original music art form is country music. So it just blends so well together.
Yes, I think so. And, I mean, it's not a subtle metaphor, but it's definitely was an intended metaphor. She's longing for a country as well as country.
And Rose loses her mother to immigration. It's so traumatic. And she literally couch surfs here and there. But she never gives up. I love her determination. That's such the immigration spirit. I love that.
It's the immigration spirit, but it's also the American spirit. I mean, we are built on we're a nation built on immigrants, on tough people that came here with nothing and fought their way to stay here. And that's what's so ironic about the way that immigrants have been sort of, portrayed, or this anti-immigrant sentiment that's kind of present, is that, but it is immigrants who built this country, and she is no different.
Absolutely. And I love how the movie doesn't fall into that cliche of the mother, stay away from that music, stay away from that life, the culture clash. At the very beginning, I thought that's what was going to happen when she was playing guitar. Where are your books? And then she hugs and laughs her. And I thought, okay, thank you. She supports her no matter what.
That's right. And that's also the Filipino way. We're very warm people. And we all play music. We all sing. It's just part of our culture. And so and we laugh about everything. Nobody stays mad at anyone very long. We always laugh and hug each other at the end. And I think Filipinos will recognize that. We're like, yeah, that's
I'm no stranger, Diane. My brother married a Filipino woman 40 years ago.
There you go.
So I still won't eat balut, but and some of my good friends are Filipino. Manny, the movie guy in Palm Springs, one of my dear friends.
Yeah, I'm talking to him next.
Yeah, he's telling me I said hi. And so, yeah, I'm just a Hawaiian and Filipino culture in my family for the last 25, 30 years. So I love the Filipino people. I really do.
Yes. And that's something that I want to just shout out, that this is one of the first Filipino films released by a major Hollywood studio. And I have, beyond so much pride in being Filipino, I'm so excited for other people to get to share a tiny little window into our culture.
And Libby Villolari, who plays Jolene, the broken spoke, she is just wonderful.
I love her. Love her. She's the mayor in Friday Night Lights. You might remember her from, but she's one of the great Texas actresses. And she played Patricia Arquette's mother in Boyhood. When she came into audition, it kind of was like, okay, we're done. I mean, she is Jolene. And we didn't have to do much with her.
And I hate to say this, I never heard of Dale Watson. What a treasure. He's like a country
Oh my God.
Elvis.
He's American treasure. He really is.
Absolutely.
Thank you for saying that. He is, he's the musical spirit of the film. It's his music. Most of the music is his music. We wrote the music together with him. He taught us about country music. We shot at the venues he plays, the Broken Spoke and Sea Boys. It's his house we shoot in. That's his studio that we recorded the music in.
And he's
a producer on the film.
And also
that first duet, Circumstance, yeah.
And when he says "work it out" in a song, that's so uniquely country music. Work out.
That's so country music. It's like whatever's troubling you, stick it on the paper, and it is what it is.
And Eva, I can't say her last name, Noblezada?
Noblezada, yes.
Noblezada. Oh, I got it right. What a talent. Finding her, was the character always Filipino, or did you have to search for her, or was it just the character you just kind of took her background or her culture? So how did that begin?
Well, I'm Filipino. So I spent more than 15 years trying to make this movie. And actually the opposite happened, where it's like, oh, if you change the character to Mexican or Chinese or something, we can make it happen. And I just like, no, it has to be Filipino. So I was looking for a Filipino actress, actually. And to find a Filipino actress who could sing, play a country music star, believably come from Texas.
You did
and be a movie star at the same time.
Opposite. You went Broadway to a movie, right?
I went Broadway. Yeah. I mean, she is a true talent. But she was in Miss Saigon when I started casting for the short, which I did a short film as proof of concept. And I was like, oh no, she would be perfect, but she's going to be in that for years. And it took me a couple more years to get the financing. By the time I raised the money, she had this little window of availability. And when I saw her on stage, I knew it was her.
And the plight of dreamers and attack on immigrants, such a strong message, so poignant and so current. And I think that really balances the film out, her dream and her ability to have that dream. Yes,
absolutely. Like I said before, this is a kind of a metaphor of belonging. The fact that by the end she gets to play her own music is really it. And regardless of what happens to her, she had realized her dream. But so much of what was going on in the country when we were shooting, it was kind of the height at which they were separating mothers and families from their children. And you were seeing pictures of kids in cages. That's when we shot this film. And it's just gotten kind of worse. Now we have this massive anti-Asian hate crimes happening. And, we're right before an election. I think, I kind of implore people to come out and watch this film and hopefully put their politics at the door and just watch this very human story, because I think they might come out having a different feeling about what it is to be an immigrant.
And your closing song, Square Peg, Round Hole, it gave me chills. I just love that song.
Thank you.
I've been humming it all morning.
Well, we have a soundtrack coming out as well. And in fact, that single is out right now on Spotify. So.
Well, your movie embodies the American dream. I just adore this film. And finally, between you and me, I was going crazy. Elliot, I mean, when are you going to tell Rose how you feel? And finally he kissed her, I was like, and then she kissed him back. And I'm like, that just was like the icing on the cake for this movie.
Oh, thank you so much. Just incidentally, that was Liam's first scene that we shot. So His nervousness and everything was the first day on set. It was the second day of shooting. We shot that.
Well, Diane, thank you so much for talking to me about Yellow Rose. Congratulations. And hopefully we'll talk again soon.
Yes, thank you. Please get the word out.
Oh, I will. Don't worry about that.
October 9th.
Okay. Thanks so much. Take care.
Thank you.